Hey guys, it's Hello back with another video. Today we are going to be doing more high school recruiting. I'll give you guys a quick run of the top recruits right now. So #1 recruit coming out of California, small forward, 6'8", 255 pounds, senior Kawhi Leonard. Then we got the 6'4" point guard Kyrie Irving, and the 6'9" small forward Harrison Barnes. We got our junior Anthony Davis, Bingo Carlsi, Carlsi, Dane Patrick, Kenny Sherman, D Gaines. This is a guy we recruited last year. He's a bit older now. Frandrell Owensworth, Michael James. So yeah, guys, we're gonna get into this, and I'm gonna be showing you guys the top high schoolers. Let's go. So let's get into our first high school game. I'm gonna be recruiting, and we have the Ravens versus Cap City. I'm gonna be recruiting D Gaines and V Owensworth. I did recruit some of these guys last year, so this isn't anything new. D Gaines did get a bit taller. I don't think he was that tall before. Owensworth, he's still that guy. I'm gonna pass it to Owensworth. Get him a nice easy three. Bucket. 6'8" shooting guard, so he's not gonna be getting his shots blocked a lot at that height. Look at this off-brand Dr. J. The defense is good. D Gaines. Nice D, nice D. Yeah, his defense is pretty good and gets the stop. We're just gonna run straight to the basket because I'm pretty sure he has pretty good athleticism. That was a foul. Come on, ref. Alright, maybe I'm just being soft because I let this little guy lock me down. And I'm telling you guys, you're going to see a lot of missed shots because this is high school. So a lot of these guys can't really shoot unless they're one of the 5 stars or 4 stars. Most of these guys can't really shoot. What is he doing? I was about to say. Nice bucket. Owensworth. Bang out. D Gaines hasn't really done much, but Owensworth, he's been cooking with that 3-point shot. And D Gaines has a lot more interest in us, so we are second on his board. You see that? UK, University of Kentucky. He wants to go to our college. He's interested in coming to our college, and that's a good thing because I want him to come to my college. Now, if he does come to our college, he's probably going to be a backup point guard because we're also recruiting the #2 point guard. Wait, no, #1 point guard, #2 player in the entire country, Kyrie Irving. And I don't think there's any point guard that's going to ever start over him. Unless we manage to get someone like, I don't even know who. We have to get a generational point guard. Like someone like Luka. That's the only way I see someone being over Kyrie Irving. Yeah, D Gaines, he gets the forced foul. That's what they have to do guarding a player like him. And we haven't seen too much from him this game, but the team defense he's playing has been pretty good. And it's still D Gaines. It's only the start, okay? It's not like they're locking the man down. So we got the ball back. I'm gonna see if I could get D Gaines with a nice 3. There we go. And the Ravens ended up putting in their backup point guard, 5-star sophomore, Adrian Torres. He was nice last year. I was cooking with this guy last year a lot. He was nice as a freshman. Now he's a sophomore. Let's see what he has in his bag. Bang out. Swish. And usually, guys, I would show a lot of the defensive possessions, show just as much as offense possessions, but because it's just high school recruiting and highlights, I'm probably not going to be showing a lot of that. On the fast break, Adrian Torres. Ooh, ooh. Bucket. Now, the Ravens obviously end up winning this game. They were the far better team than the Cap City. But Adrian Torres ended up carrying this game. D Gaines did not really have too much of a good game. He didn't play as much. Like, he lost a lot of time because he just wasn't playing good. And the coach just put him on the bench. So, Adrian Torres ended up carrying that game, putting up 36 as a sophomore. Owensworth had a nice game. And the other team, well, their players didn't really do much. In the game we've all been wanting to see. One of high school's biggest stars. The man, the myth, the legend himself. You guessed it. Kyrie Irving. 6'4", 231 pound. Point guard. And I can't wait to see what this guy's going to do in this game. He has interest from us. Villanova. I don't know what the other team has interest from. That might be Georgia. Let's go, Kyrie. Maxed out ball handling skills. And he could score very, very well in the paint for a point guard. I mean, his dribbling and finishing is unmatched. It is unmatched. And don't sleep on this man's defense either. I don't know what this guy's trying to do. Yeah, never try that again. Kyrie. Easy bucket. Let's go. Bucket. Let's see what Uncle Drew got in that bag of his. He just doesn't miss. The other team has been scoring buckets, so for Kyrie it's been kind of a one-man army, but it does not matter. And they end up getting a steal, which is rare to do against Kyrie. And he ends up forcing a foul because, I mean, that's the only way they could stop this man. And I really hope we manage to get Kyrie Irving on our team. He's our #1 school right now. Meaning, if he were to go to a school now, it would be us. We'll see if we can get him one more bucket. Bang! I changed my mind. One more bucket for Kyrie. Oh! Bag work! And the Ram touch ends up taking the loss, but Kyrie still ends the game. 49, 5, and 7. Ends up putting up 49 points in this game. Completely balled out. And the other team, well, they were just unstoppable. Too many players scored. They were very efficient. They had a nice 5-star. So, yeah. Next up, we got the Gamblers versus the Express, and we're going to be watching the number one high school player in all of high school basketball, Kawhi Leonard, 6'8", 255 pound senior. He's the biggest, most popular, and not just most popular, but he is the best high school basketball player. It's not because of hot size or height, just straight skill. Let's see him go. And this man, Kawhi Leonard, is a lockdown forward. Alright, he can do pretty much everything. But his defense is great. It's not something you see on a day-to-day basis. I'll tell you that. Now, right now, that was just me being horrible at the game. So, first two possessions aren't too great for Kawhi. Let's wait. Let's see what he can do to redeem himself. Bucket. And Kawhi, he was going for the fast break point, but they had to foul him to stop him. And I don't really blame them, knowing how good Kawhi is. He's the best player in high school, so you pretty much have to do everything to stop him from scoring. Kawhi's just showing off now. And again, they have to foul him. Because, I mean, most players, it's hard to block a guy that's able to move that fast at 6'8" and 250 pounds while having that strength. And a lot of people say he might have LeBron level potential, but we'll have to see about that, because the hype for this guy, it is very high, but it's about if he can live up to this, because this is still just the high school level. Most of these guys cannot even compare to the players you'll play in college, and then once you play really good at the college level, you have to play good at the NBA level, which is even way harder than this level of basketball. And he's a big foul baiter guy, kind of like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, James Harden. He's forcing a lot of fouls right now, so I'm sorry if you guys don't see too much highlights or what he's great at. I will say he has a nice mid-range and he's pretty good from three, but it's mainly his defense that gave him this #1 high school ranking, because once he really locks in defense, he's NBA level at defense, which is crazy to say because this kid's only in high school. And look at that dunk. And we have this point guard. It's gonna give it to Kawhi. Kawhi, easy bucket. Bang. Kawhi with another three. Bang. And another top high schooler will be taking a loss today. The #1 high schooler. He put up 37, 7, and 4. 4 steals, 4 blocks. I mean, this man did everything for this team. 37, 7, 4, 4, and 4. And it just wasn't enough to win the game. Kawhi, he shot well. He passed well, rebounded well. I mean, but it just wasn't enough. The other team, they had some ballers too. This 4-star from California. Well, all these guys are obviously from California, but he didn't get enough help from his teammates, enough support. This guy played good, Greg Nance, the point guard, but other than that, no one really played well, other than Kawhi. And next we got Slick Ice versus Rare Air. And If you watched the last video, just by the name of that team, you could already tell who I'm going to be recruiting. The man, the myth, and the legend himself of high school basketball, who just completely took over college basketball last year as a sophomore, was the best player. Who better than Michael James? And he's only gotten bigger, taller, stronger, better, and meaner at basketball. Yeah, I don't know what the heck that pass was, buddy. Now, Michael James' top schools haven't really changed. He still has a lot of interest from Texas, but the more we recruit him and all that, the more we could probably get him to want to come to our school instead. Just look how tall this guy is, bro. And he's a small forward. Once he makes it to college or the NBA, he's probably going to get put at power forward. He's obviously going to the NBA. It's not even a question. The athleticism and skill he has at his position. And just look at that guy, man. How is that fair? And if this was a player we were watching in the NBA, it'd be a little crazy. You see that every once in a while, but no. This dude's a 7'2" forward. In college. I mean, not college, high school. And who knows, he could grow again. There's a rare occurrence of players who grow after their sophomore year. Some players grow while they're, right before their senior year. He's in his junior season. We've been scouting this guy since he was a freshman. And he's a junior. Last year, he was the best high school basketball player at 15 years old. Nah, 15 years old. He was the best high school basketball player. And I'm not saying it'll be the same this year, but you never know. They just have to foul him. That's what they did a lot last year. Last year, whenever teams played Michael James, they would just foul him. That was the only way they could really stop him. Because he's just unstoppable. Let's see the boss himself go up the court. Midi. Yes, he does have a mid-range bag, just a little bit. And he's still improving his three-point shot. He's not the best at it, but he's improving it. So, one day he might be the best at it. I mean, at least at his position. Unstoppable. Michael James. Fast break. And he gets a foul off of a contact dunk. Bucket. And I think I'll get two more highlights of Michael James. Look at that three-point game. Go Michael, go Michael, go. Oh, they got a foul. All games, they just keep fouling him. They finally take him out. And Michael James had a little calm college game. He didn't play that many minutes. Coach took him out very early and did not let him play. But when he was on the court, he was straight dominant. 29, 3 and 3. The other team was awful and just couldn't keep up in general. So, I came out with the dub. In this game, we have long range versus the swamp. And this game will be a game of lower classmen because both of these teams' best players aren't even seniors. We'll have Brennan Beck versus Rodrigo Jolly. Junior versus sophomore matchup. Let's see how this game will turn out. Here's Brennan Beck. And this guy has a lot of interest in Duke. Remember last year they made the Final Four, so that would be pretty scary seeing him go to Duke. There's Rodrigo. Dang. Can't leave dudes too open. Oh, you gotta get the read, bro. The two 5-stars matched up. Maybe they'll meet in the future one day in college. Who knows? And one. Brennan Beck. Bag work. I think we can get one more highlight from Beck. Bang. In long range, destroys the swamp way more than I thought it would be. This 3-star pretty much carried the game, Buzzmark. But Brennan Beck was, he played nice first half. His points and scoring went down a little later on. Still a sophomore. He's improving by the day. And Rodrigo Jolly did not play very well at all. Nope. Expected a little bit better from him. And here is the league leaders at the moment. In this game, Ram Touch versus Hot Doggers. It's going to be a game of 5-stars at 2 positions, the same position. The matchup is Kyrie Irving versus Reno Henry. So let's see these point guards match up. We have seen tape from Kyrie Irving. We already know he's just unstoppable. But what about this 5-star? Reynold Henry. Can't wait to see how this guy will do in the future in college, and wish the best for him. But I'm not sure if he's going to be able to hold up against such a great 5-star. Kyrie's just unstoppable walking bucket. Fade away. Kyrie. Kyrie. Ah! And Kyrie is making this 5-star look like an unranked bench warmer right now. But the buckets he's giving him, it's just buckets after buckets. Bang out. And let's see a bit of Kyrie's inside game, because we know he's not just an outside guy. He could score on you anywhere on the court. They gotta get a center on him just to stop him. Look at this. They double teaming Kyrie. All of that. They got a whole center on him. Dude's like 7 feet. And the 5-star ended up getting fouled. This will be the first point of their game, as they finally take Kyrie Irving out the game. For whatever reason, they thought that was okay. Kyrie sucked back in the game. Fast break. And a Duncan slam. One more bucket for the boss. And easily the craziest high school game we've ever seen. This is crazy. This is crazy, the skill gap. This man, Kyrie Irving, put up 71 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, and 3 blocks. You would think this is Wilt Chamberlain. No, it's just a high schooler out of New Jersey. Wow. And now he's averaging 45 points a game. That's just insane. I don't know, man. It's just straight up crazy. Now, he has had some teammates that have played well. Andrew Tiggs has had 14 rebounds. Roosevelt Wellington has had some pretty nice scoring lately. And the other team kind of sucked. Their star point guard did not show up. He did not. He shot 1 for 5, 4 for 14. He played kind of awful. But Kyrie Irving, I don't even know what to say about that performance, man. 71 points. In this game, we got the Gamblers versus the Cali Ballers. So we're going to get to see the #1 high schooler play again, and hopefully he'll have a better game. Kawhi Leonard, the 6'8", 255-pound small forward. And just imagine how good he is, because this guy's ranked over Kyrie. He's the only player ranked over Kyrie. Yes, he's ranked over Kyrie, the kid who put up 71 in a game. And we're gonna get to see why he's ranked so high. Bucket. Kawhi Leonard. Bucket. And just look at that. Double team, might have been a triple team, and foul. I mean, they already knew who was going to make the bucket as soon as he was getting ready to get in that fadeaway position. It was just a matter of if they were going to be able to stop him, and that's no. This is what happens when you're the #1 high school player. They do everything to stop you. Stop. Bang out. Kawhi. Kawhi gets the rebound. Let's see him give another bucket. Wow, look at that athleticism. Fade away. Dang it. They double teamed Kawhi. They said no more buckets for you. You gotta play better defense than that. That was on me though. I left him wide open. And he just dunked on him. Wow. Kawhi ends that game with almost a triple-double. 34, 10, and 9. 1 assist away from a triple-double. He did everything. 34, 10, and 9. 5 steals, 3 blocks. Yeah, he balled out. And the other team, they had Ollie Wellington, the senior power forward, but he had a nice game. But other than that, nobody else really balled out like that. Oh yeah, Greg Nance had a nice game. The sophomore point guard. But yeah, Kawhi, he's gonna play good. It's nothing new. He's averaging 30. And here we have one of the most highly anticipated high school basketball games. The Slick Ice versus the Caps. We have the 3rd best high school player in the country, Harrison Barnes. He has a lot of interest in joining the University of Kentucky. A lot of interest in joining us. And we have Michael James, a player we have been recruiting since he was a freshman and has taken over high school basketball as one of the best of the best. In this game, we're going to find out who is going to be more dominant. Michael James, bucket. And they're just double teaming him already. He's gonna have to use his great athleticism to get by. Fader. Harrison Barnes ended up giving Michael James a bucket. Michael James says, I'm gonna give you one back. Harrison Barnes, brick. Michael James on the fast break. Oh! And the other team has been giving buckets, but it's not enough to stop Michael James. As no matter what, he's going to score. Michael James gets the rebound. Fade away. Bang. Michael James. Deep bucket. Michael James didn't get to the hoop at a fast enough time to get the stop, but he will give anyone a bucket. He has to. Oh no. And the Caps are fighting back. They're not trying to get taken out by this junior that's supposed to be generational or whatever. Michael James, he will not hold back. And Michael James has a great performance, 39, 8, and 5, but it wasn't enough to take the W after having such a great high school game. And for Harrison Barnes, he did not play too well. I mean, shooting-wise, he was 3 for 13, 2 for 6 from the 3. He couldn't shoot well playing against Michael James, but he passed better than anyone on the court. 12 assists. This kid can pass. He can pass, okay? And that's what got them the W. And last but not least, we have the high school basketball finals. Skyscrapers versus the men's club. And I didn't expect neither of these teams to make it to the finals, knowing neither of these teams had a top 5 player in high school. But it's not always about who has the biggest star. Sometimes it's about who has the most depth. And both of these teams had the most depth. That's why they're here. And one. And the main player on this team is Kelvin Leonard. No, not Kawhi Leonard. Kelvin Leonard. Star power forward. And yeah, he is a 5-star too. Kelvin. Kelvin. See the bag work. They double teaming him? Weirdos.
Spread it out. Double up. Come to the ball.
And this guy has a lot of interest in UConn, so that's where he's probably going to be in the future. And the final score is not what you expect of a championship game, but I mean, they came out with a win. Kelvin Leonard, he's actually a 4-star, 6'7", 204 pounds. He had a nice game. Chad Capel had a great game, 2-star. 4-star Fran Boo Bolts had a nice game. And no one on the other team had a good game. I mean, Reggie Holland didn't play too bad. But the 4-star played kind of awful. And here are your stat leaders and points for the high school basketball season ABL tournament. and the top recruits in the class. Oh, here we go. Here's the top recruits. High school recruit rankings. And this is the roster we're going to be working with next year. I meant this year. Yeah, basically. You get what I'm saying. Next video. Definitely not the best roster.
And welcome. I'm Greg Gumbel here with my partner Clark Kellogg, bringing you the 2K Sports Season Preview Show. Here are the top 5 teams in the nation as we head into the season. The Duke Blue Devils come in as the #1 ranked team, followed by Louisville, Kentucky, USC, and North Carolina. What do you think of the top 5 teams going into the year, Clark?
Sometimes the top players in the nation and the best teams in the nation aren't necessarily together at the top of the poll. But going into this season, we have some of the absolute best players playing on the marquee team. That's really exciting to me, Greg.
Duke is in the catbird seat to start the season, sitting pretty in the #1 spot. They bring back 4 starters, and that should pay huge dividends for them this year.
After their Final Four run last March, and with many key players coming back, their confidence has to be sky high. I expect big things from them this season.
Louisville is in the #2 spot. One bit of good news for them, they have last season's leading rebounder coming back for another year.
With that low-post presence already established, they'll have a little bit of swagger heading into the season. I look for them to be sharp right from the start.
Kentucky comes in as #3. These are the defending national champions, and they're getting a lot of respect going into this season.
Usually, last year's champs get the benefit of the doubt in the first poll of the next season. But we'll find out soon enough if their position in the top 5 is based on reputation or is warranted.
USC starts the year as the 4th-ranked team. They were unstoppable last season, finishing with 28 wins.
Trying to live up to that record may be tough, but it's a nice problem to have. They're going to have to rack up a bunch of wins before conference play begins if they want to even come close to that total this season.
North Carolina is the #5 team. They're going to have to find someone to fill the void left by their departed leading scorer, Clark.
The important thing for them is not to thrust someone into that role just for the sake of it. It will be a much smoother transition if the players are allowed to ease into their new spot.
Here's the next group of teams in our preseason top 25. What do you think of this group, Clark?
These teams might not be in the top 10, but you better not overlook them. I would venture to say that several of these teams will win their conference and surprise people in the tournament.
the Michigan State Spartans, the number 13 team, have stirred up a lot of talk in the offseason. They've got a whole crew of high school Mr. Basketballs on this team.
The team is usually happy to land one Mr. Basketball, but with the number they have, this could be a golden era of basketball success at this university. There's nothing but good times ahead.
The Arizona Wildcats, the number 10 team, have also generated a lot of interest. They'll be trying to build on last season's regular season conference championship.
No matter how many different pieces they have this year as compared to last, they'll go into this season with the attitude of we're the champs, and if you want the crown, you've got to go through us.
Okay, Clark, let's take a look at the teams that close out the preseason top 25 poll. What do you think of this collection?
This is a year, Greg, where I think a few of the teams on this end of the poll really stand out above the others. There are a handful of these teams that are potential sleeping giants.
The Aggies of Texas A&M, the number 25 team, probably deserve a closer look. Their tournament last year came to an abrupt end with a loss in the second round, Clark.
It can be demoralizing for a team not to get past the first weekend of the tournament. They've had all summer to forget about that loss and instead build on the positives from last season.
The Seton Hall Pirates, the number 21 team, are also worth keeping an eye on. Certainly, they'll get a big boost from the return of their leading scorer from a year ago.
That's a big advantage for them. They don't have to spend the first few weeks of the season searching for that go-to guy. They know who he is, and they'll use it.
There are a few coaches that relocated over the summer, as we've come to expect. There before you are all the new coaching hires in college hoops. There were some intriguing moves made, that's for sure. The South Carolina coach is one of the hires that drew a lot of media attention. The Gonzaga coach also made a move to a new school. We now head to the part of the show where we break down the top players in the nation and show you our preseason All-American list. What you see before you is the cream of the crop in college hoops. What a list. The North Carolina Tar Heels are going to ask this young man to carry the load for them all season, Clark.
Wall is the first player on the list for good reason. It's extremely rare to see a true freshman on this list, but he has the kind of all-around talent that comes along once in a generation. I just hope he realizes his full potential.
As for our next first teamer, Kansas is more than willing to go into battle with him, Clark.
Butler is simply a spectacular player. He can make things happen on the basketball court thanks to his unique ability to read and understand defenses, while most players are just trying to come up with their next move. He's 3 steps ahead of the game, and that's what separates the good player from the great.
Next up is a player that's drawing comparisons to some of the all-time college greats. The Florida Gators are fortunate to have him in their corner.
Mankevichus is one of my favorite players in the country. He was a monster on the glass last season. He came away with an average of 6 rebounds a game. That's just another aspect of his game that I expect to get better this season, and that's frightening to even think about.
Let's move on to a player who's worked very hard to earn his spot on the list. The USC Trojan can depend on a solid effort from him each and every night.
Wiley is going to play a huge role in his team's success. Feels like this guy's been playing college basketball forever. This will be his 4th year as a starter, but I still don't take him for granted, and I think this will be his best season of all of them.
And finally, we have another superb player to round out the first team. The Tennessee Volunteers will probably get used to seeing him make the impossible look ordinary.
The 51 is going to have his own personal highlight reel by the end of this season. It isn't out of the realm of possibility to say that he might even be a little bit underrated. I know it seems far-fetched to say that about a preseason All-American pick, but I'm not sure people realize just what a huge year he's in for, Brad.
Now let's move on to the second team All-American. Not such a bad list, huh? These elite players all have the potential to have historic seasons if the right pieces fall into place. The next player on the team is a sensational player in his own right. We can all look forward to some very exciting highlights from this young man this year. Our next All-American may have designs on the first team by the end of the season. Kentucky here is the final player to cap off our list of All-Americans. All right, Clark, that about wraps things up. On behalf of State Farm and the crew, I'd like to thank you again for joining us on the 2K Sports Season Preview.